In America today, there are many issues, and a lot of the issues are overlooked and considered less important than others. I, for one, think that same sex and gay rights is an important issue that has a huge impact on many lives in America today. In the United States, as of today, there are 37 states that allow same sex marriage. 26 of those states were allowed same sex marriage by a court decision, 8 were allowed it by state legislation, and 3 were allowed because of a popular vote. Out of all of those states, Kentucky still isn't one of them that allows same sex marriage. In the diagram being shown, you can see in order which states are most popular with gay marriage, with Massachusetts having the most. But in January, the Supreme Court took the first step to appeal the right to free marry in Kentucky, and in the late spring, they will vote and decide whether it should be legal or not. According to a 2010 census, at least 7,195 same sex couples already live in Kentucky, and they are probably looking to marry each other. Drew DeSilva wrote an article about how many same-sex marriages in the U.S. have happened. Ever since 2004, their best estimate is about 71,165 couples. This issue has even dated back to as early as 1924, when the Society for Human Rights in Chicago became the country's first earliest known gay rights organization. Even in 1973, Harvey Milk became a well-known gay rights activist after he ran for city commissioner in the United States. After he was shot and killed, people realized how big of an issue that gay rights is. Over the decades, it has gotten better, but it still hasn't changed much. People who are considered homosexual are bullied, tormented, and even given as Personally, I find this a big issue because a lot of my friends have gone through the transition of telling people that they were gay. A lot of them have been disowned by their families and weren't accepted by the people they love most. So now they struggle with finding people that they don't even know to accept them. A girl from my high school struggled with her sexuality all through her high school years, and once she got to college, she went to an all-girls Christian college, and she struggled with her sexuality even more because she felt even more judged, not only by her parents, but even her peers. And she ended up feeling like there was nowhere else to turn. She then committed suicide in her own home, and this put my small town in Kentucky into a stir. No one had seen a situation like this or heard a situation like this, so it caused a pretty big panic. That's when gay rights became very noticeable in my town and around in my life. A guy that went to my high school was very conservative and anti-gay rights, and he told my homosexual friend that he was going to hell because he was gay. It was a big deal to me because I even felt offended when he hurt my friend like that. Even though religion and politics shouldn't play a big part in this kind of situation, it actually does. And it's sad that people can't live their own lives and love who they want without people trying to get involved and put their nose in their business. Jim Gray, our mayor here in Lexington, has given gays in the community and state some hope because he publicly came out in about 8 years ago, and he has been happily married for about 7. He gives people who are gay, like my friends, a way of motivation so that they can do anything no matter what the discrimination is. He is a great symbol for freedom and opportunities for gays in this community. After winning the race in 2010, Lexington became the third largest U.S. city with an openly gay mayor, with his sexuality never even being an issue in his campaign. This was not only a big deal to our community, but even Rachel Maddow mentioned Jim Gray on her show, and Perez Hilton mentioned him in his website. Even though Lexington isn't that big of a town to the rest of the country, there are still iconic actors, actresses, TV, and music stars who are openly gay. For example, Zachary Quinto came out after the tragic suicide of Jamie Rodemeyer, which happened in New York after he was being bullied because of his sexuality. Quinto said, "As a gay man, there's still so many issues that need to be looked at and addressed." He was clearly regarding gay rights. People like this are the kind of people that can change the whole country's views on something. There are so many couples out in the world who are heterosexual who are getting divorced because they don't love each other, while there are homosexual couples who love each other and they can't even get married in their own home state. This is 2015, and I think that this state has many other issues to worry about than who someone marries or who someone loves. This is an issue that the citizens of Kentucky and even young students like us can get involved and help change our state.